So I'm Sarah Jones. I am the director and writer, and apparently I play all the roles in SellBuyDate, which is having its world premiere here at South by, and I'm super stoked about it. So SellBuyDate it's a hybrid documentary narrative. We're calling it an unorthodox because I get to go on a personal journey. For anybody who knows me, I do a lot of characters, so the best way to explain that
Is to let them do it. Hi there, your name is Matt, is that right? Your name's not going to be in here. They're going to have to edit it out. Sorry, editors. Anyway, Sarah plays a lot of different people from different backgrounds, the different ages.
So I bring my characters in to have a conversation about women, sex, and power, really all about the sex industry, and it's my own exploration, but it's an invitation to the audience to come with me. I have all these characters, including Lorraine, and hi, my name is Bella. I'm in the movie because, it's important for people to hear about, feminism, obvi. And Nereida is also in the movie. I am here really because I need to help corral the rest of them. Yeah, everybody's in the movie to basically take care of me. Sex work, the sex industry, whatever we call it, it's got these deep roots that nobody ever thinks about. We watch, Pretty Woman when we're little, and we have no idea that there's a lot more to it than Julia Roberts in thigh-high boots. And so I've always been curious. I've done shows where I tackle various topics. This one seemed like the one that you can't touch without falling into a swamp. And I thought, what if we could have a conversation that invites people in instead of it being taboo or weird or polarizing? So that's part of it. I'm not going to give it all away. I definitely think it's cultural commentary. I think we don't have a choice these days. It's either comment or be canceled for not commenting. But I think there's something deeper here, right? We're in this moment of awakening. Some of us are falling back asleep, but we're trying to talk about what a more just world would look like. And I think it's really easy to forget people who are traditionally at the margins, and especially women. We slut shame each other, ourselves. I'm just so over it. I'm really ready for us to have a conversation where we talk about women's empowerment, race, our economy. What's at the center of that? Working girls. So I think it's for me, my goal was to write a film and actually get to interview real people, which is what we do. I even interview some celebrities who might surprise the audiences. This topic is closer to all of our lives than we may think. Yes, your boss goes home and, watches porn 100%. The sex industry is all around us, and we need to talk about how it impacts all of us. For me, this experience of getting to interview women with lived experience in the sex industry, femmes, right? We're talking about folks who are maybe they're, in the trans community, and because of transphobia, this is their only option for work. It's such an important topic, and I think, whether we're talking about a former president whose name I will not mention, porn is literally in the seats of power, and we got to talk about it. It's not something to moralize about. It's something to look at and ask, how can we as women be more powerful around it so that the guys aren't running all the way to the bank while we go to jail? My mom's in the movie. Don't try this at home, directors. I'll never forget people saying, I think you've made your mom do enough takes. But, it's such a gift to get to explore this topic with a woman who not only gave birth to me, but is obviously a different generation, and hear her ideas. So the great news is I had an amazing supportive community around me. I have my guardian angel, Meryl Streep, who's been there since the beginning, who's an executive producer on this film. She's kind of the queen of multiplicity. And I think since watching, people like her do that multi-character thing in either, one role at a time or multiple roles at a time, I thought, if I can pull this off, we have an amazing DP, Josh Weinstein, who really figured out how we could, on our little budget, make something that we thought would really entertain people and hopefully help them forget they're even watching one person. I even had one friend say, who played the guy? I was like, how good is our friendship if you don't know that was me? And I think the whole goal is to have a good time. This film is definitely comedic in a lot of ways, but also we have to be able to talk to each other. We have to be able to have conversations across gender, men can't feel like, oh, that's a chick movie. It's not, you know, I want this to be a film that men walk out like, oh my God, you know, my girlfriend dragged me, but actually I really enjoyed this. So that's not my only goal. It's for everybody. I grew up watching all of them, and I've been fortunate now to have Lily Tomlin be like, again, she's sort of like, I feel like, you know, one of my kind of creative ancestors on this path. And she's still alive. I don't. Ancestors makes her sound like she's not still here. I love Lily Tomlin. She's amazing. Hi, Lily. But having those women, you know, Tracy Ullman, and men. I watched John Leguizamo when I was younger. I watched how people, especially people of color, how can we take up space and,
You know, it's fine for me to play this. It's fine for me to be whatever background you want me to be. I can be that.
And I realized everybody gets to, you know, kind of learn these roles to the best of our ability. Like that's my goal, is always to portray people the way I would want to be portrayed, just accurately. So I think that was a big goal of mine. And watching Whoopi when I was little, for sure had an influence on me. I do love playing, you know, as far away from what people expect me to do. And I like to be mindful of cultural appropriation. We're in a new moment where I get to look at, you know, I went and performed all over India, a character who's not in the film, but who people may see in a future anthology. And, you know, taking that message of the global South and making sure that people, it is not to make fun of an accent. It is to remind us that we are all a lot closer together than we may think. And the more we can do that, then we can have more productive conversation. That is the goal. So, and I don't have to tell you this, but I got a lot of permission from all of my Indian friends to do that. I'm so excited to get to share this with a live audience. I've been sitting in a dark edit bay with like 2 other people and a dog for quite a while, and now we get to actually see, how does this film impact people? We want them to laugh, we want them to see themselves, and we're gonna find out. Straight no chaser. We're gonna see how it goes. Maybe a chaser, maybe a taco and a marg.